Hi, I'm graduate clinician Emily Bowen, and this is my mock patient, Andrea Amzinski. Today I'm going to be modeling 5 different treatment types that are appropriate for individuals with dysarthria. The first treatment type is using a more open mouth position during speech, and many individuals with flaccid dysarthria have impaired resonance and present with hypernasality. So hypernasality can be targeted by exaggerating jaw movements during speech, which have been shown to lessen the perception of hypernasality for patients with flaccid dysarthria. It's most appropriate for patients like Andrea who have mild hypernasality, and it's recommended to perform it in a sequence of steps. The first step, I'm just going to increase the patient's awareness of the hypernasality in her speech, and I'm going to model and have Andrea read some sentences aloud, and they're going to have a lot of nasal phonemes in it to really bring out that hypernasality so she can hear it. Okay, Andrea, are you ready? Okay, so I'm going to model 1. His nose and mouth were twisted to one side. Can you read that?
His nose and mouth were twisted to one side.
Can you hear the nasality in your speech?
Yeah, I think so. On the side word and also twisted.
Right, and there's no nasal sounds in those words. So that just shows how when there's more nasal sounds, it really brings it out and carries over. Great. You also can do this with sentences that have no nasal phonemes to show how there's still hypernasality in the speech. For the next step, I'm going to have Andrea look in a mirror while saying sentences that have a lot of open vowels, and I want you to really open your mouth and exaggerate your jaw movements to keep that open mouth posture while you're reading, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can you read that?
Bats, cats, and rats ought not be.
Okay, can you say that again and look in the mirror?
What am I looking for?
I want you to see that your mouth is wide open and you're really seeing your jaw move to exaggerate.
Okay. Bats, cats, and rats ought not be.
Good. That sounded a lot better. Great. Okay. And then you can also use negative practice and demonstrate the positive effects of having an open mouth posture during speech. And you can do this by purposely keeping your mouth more closed during speech and then saying the same thing with the mouth open to hear the difference. It's also very beneficial to record it on video or audio so that the patient can listen to it afterwards. So Andrea will be reviewing this section after. Okay, so first we'll say it with your mouth mostly closed. I'll do it first. Will you come to the party? And then when my mouth is really open, will you come to the party?
Okay.
Try it with your mouth almost closed.
Will you come to the party?
All right, now let's really open it.
Will you, doesn't need to be louder. Will you come to the party?
Much better. That was a lot easier to understand. Okay, the second treatment type is to decrease the rate of speech, which is also to target a resonance impairment that presents with hypernasality for patients with flaccid dysarthria. And we can do this by finger or hand tapping to help set the appropriate speaking rate. So we're going to try and, first I'm going to have you just read this sentence at a regular rate.
We will go to the movies tonight.
Good. Now we're going to slow it down and we're going to tap it out. I'll model it for you first. We will go to the movies tonight.
Okay.
Ready?
We will go
to. Let's start one more time.
Okay.
We will go to the movies tonight. Good. Very good. Okay. The next treatment type is appropriate to target prosody impairments with individuals with flaccid dysarthria as well, and prosodic errors can really take away from the meaning of a sentence because there's not much stress or intonation. So the treatment technique is contrastive stress drills. And so basically I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you to, about this picture I'm going to show you, and I want you to answer that question, and I want you to stress the key word of the sentence. Okay, and I'll give you a hint. The key word will be at the end. Okay? All right. Can you look at this picture? Okay. Are the children eating?
No, the children are playing.
Very good. That was great. Okay. And the fourth treatment technique is for prosody as well, and it is appropriate for individuals, again, with flaccid dysarthria. And this is chunking utterances into syntactic units. And this is typically done when individuals would generally pause during speech. So between clauses or phrases or between short sentences. And so I'm going to have you take your breaths when we would naturally pause in a sentence to make the speech sound more natural. And so for the sentences, I've written where you should breathe. So I tried to call you, breath, but you didn't answer. Let's try it with the inhalation at where the comma would be in the sentence.
I tried to call you, but you didn't answer.
Very good. Let's do one more, and this would be between short sentences. So I went to the game. They won in overtime.
I went to the game. They won in overtime.
Very good. Great. And the last treatment technique that I'll be modeling today is intelligibility drills. And this is appropriate to target articulation for individuals with flaccid dysarthria. They often have weakness in the tongue or lips, which results in imprecise consonants, and this helps them become better at discriminating where their errors are and self-correcting. So I'm going to have you read a sentence, and I'll provide you with some feedback as to if it sounded great or if maybe there was part of the sentence that was hard to understand, and then I'm going to have you say it again and try and focus on that error. Okay? All right, so can you read this sentence?
Should I turn my body?
Yeah, yes, I don't want to look at you. Right. So okay.
All right. I'm going to try again.
Okay, great.
Okay. I like to go to the beach on Saturday.
That was very good, but the O in the word like was very weak, and it made the word really difficult to understand. Could you try that again with a little more O?
I like to go to the beach on Saturday.
Great. That was great. Thank you. Thank you very much.